Hello everyone, welcome back to the Geek Blend. I'm Jeff, and welcome back to another 31 Days of Halloween video. And today we will be reviewing Halloween 2018. Now originally this entire month of October was going to be based around the Halloween franchise because we were supposed to get Halloween Kills this year, but it has been postponed until next year because of the beer bug. So I just decided to make the month of Halloween about everything instead of just the Halloween franchise. But there will be a lot of stuff about the Halloween franchise, so keep an eye out for more reviews for Halloween movies. And at the end of the month, I will also put out a video where I rank each Halloween movie. Most likely, October 30th is when that will be released. But let's get into this review for Halloween 2018. Now, going into this film, I was really excited about it, being a fan of the Halloween franchise. Also, the fact that Carpenter came back on board for this one for the music and approved the script and actually really liked the idea that they pitched to him was another reason I was on board. Overall, I really do like the movie. I do have some problems with it, and we will get into that. But let's go ahead and get into the casting. I think they did a good job with the cast that they brought into it. I really like Andi Matichak as Allison, Laurie Strode's granddaughter. I liked Judy Greer as Karen, which is Laurie Strode's daughter. I like the fact that they brought Nick Castle back as the Shape for some scenes, and that James Jude Courtney did take over for most of the scenes as the Shape, and I thought he did a really great job as well in that performance. There was a lot of... You can tell he studied Nick Castle's movements from the first Halloween. He very much emulated that, and it looked like it on screen, and you could definitely tell he wanted to pay respect to Nick Castle and what Nick Castle had done in the original film as the first Shape. Another thing I will say about this movie is there are some side characters, like some of Allison's friends, that you meet along the way, that when they die, you do care about them. They introduce them, and they're likable characters that you do want to like, because some days you get these horror films that introduce these characters that you cannot stand, so there's no point in rooting for them. I do like going into a movie, getting characters I like so I can root for them not to die and not be killed by Michael Myers. There's a couple, like, I didn't like Cameron, her boyfriend. I thought he did a good job. The actor was good. I just didn't like his character. I thought he was kind of a dick. And, but I mean, it worked for what they did with the story. Just wasn't a fan of his character. Dr. Sartain, I didn't like at all. I really wish that Jamie Lee Curtis would have taken over the new Loomis role instead of this guy. And she literally says out loud, "So you're the new Loomis." And I did not like that line at all. I thought it was kind of cringe. But he didn't play a very large role in the film, so it didn't bother me as much, and I kind of have gotten used to it watching it multiple times. I still really enjoy it. I think the setup is well done. The fact that Laurie is basically struggling since the original film ended, because this does not continue after Halloween 2 or H2O or anything like that. This continues right after the original Halloween 1978 film, like none of the sequels ever happened. They wipe it off that they're brother and sister. They wipe the slate clean. It's just a person that was in his way that he was going to kill. It was just a babysitter stalker, just like in the first one that Carpenter wanted. I know a lot of people love the Halloween 2 sequel. I myself do enjoy it. I know Carpenter did not want that. He just wrote the script, put his name on it just so he could make the money off of it because he knew they were going to do it anyway. But I don't hate Halloween 2. I actually really enjoy it quite a bit. And the fact that they kind of erase it out of canon is okay with me because they're doing their own timeline. There are multiple different timelines in the Halloween franchise that you could follow, and you just follow the ones you like and you enjoy it that way. But I do like what they've done with this. I like that she has PTSD. She's been struggling over the years. She had issues with raising her daughter. Like, the state had to take her daughter away because of the regiment she was putting her daughter through to train, just in case Michael comes back and it comes after them. I thought that was a good, well-done story. I like Allison's arc, where she's trying to connect with her grandmother, trying to get her grandmother to move on, and then when they realize Michael Myers is back and they see what kind of a force he really is, and they really understand her and what she was doing this entire time, getting ready for him to come, because he is a force of nature, basically evil itself incarnate, stalking the streets, will never stop until he's dead. I do agree with some people when they say he's a little bit too powerful in this movie, but I'm okay with it because in other films, they made him even more powerful. The Rob Zombie movies, which I don't like, they made him just like this massive wall of a force. And Michael Myers isn't supposed to be this giant guy. He's just a regular guy that snapped. And it is pure evil. And that is what the best part about these movies is. You never understand who Michael Myers is. You never do. You can't understand. He is the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes, like Loomis said in his speech in the 78 classic. It's just evil. And even Carpenter says in interviews, there's no reason to explain his backstory. He's just simply pure evil. That's it. We never need to see the man behind the mask and the psyche. We don't need to see that. That's absolutely one of the things I hated about the Halloween franchise from Rob Zombie. The fact that you try to get into Michael Myers' psyche, we meet him as a kid, we try to understand him as a person. We don't need that. He is just a force of nature. He's just pure evil, and that's it. We never need to know anything about it. I liked in the fact in this movie, they try to get Michael to talk in the beginning when they bring the mask out, the two journalists that are coming to talk to him and trying to interview Laurie Strode and trying to get her and Michael together, like in the same room, and it never works out, and then they end up dying because Michael escapes. The escape scene from the bus, it kind of like mirrored the first movie with all the patients in the street. I thought that was kind of cool, but I thought it was a pretty well done story. I thought David Gordon Green did a good job directing. There were some really cool shots in the film. I like how he framed a lot of the shots. I like how he framed Michael, the way the tracking shots followed Michael, like he was walking around the neighborhood when he first got out. I really enjoyed those scenes like that, and Michael just going in, just killing people and just doing what he does. The film was written by Jeff Fradley, Danny McBride, and also David Gordon Green, but Carpenter and Deborah Hill do have writing credits just because the characters are based on them, but I do believe when they went through the script originally, after it was first written, I think Carpenter came in and I think they probably tweaked it a little bit with his knowledge and his input, and that's another reason I like this movie more than a lot of people do, is because of Carpenter's input in the film. You can tell that he put a lot of love into this soundtrack because the soundtrack is phenomenal. It's one of my favorites. It's actually my second favorite behind the original film. It's that well done. There's some really experimental sounds in the soundtrack, the way they use some of the notes and the guitars, and it just works really well, and it helps the movie, and it drives the movie forward, and it keeps you in the suspense, and the music just does a really great job of that. And I enjoy it. I highly recommend, if you're a horror fan, to check out this soundtrack and listen to it after watching the movie, because it's just one of those ones you can pop on and listen to. It's a great soundtrack. Just like the first one, Carpenter's classic. I think this is right up there with it, right under it, of course. The original I still put above it, but this is really well done, and Carpenter did a great job. And I believe he did the music with his son. The music was done by John Carpenter, like I said. His son, Cody Carpenter, and also Daniel A. Davies was there to help them as well. So those three really put a lot of love and a lot of heart and a lot of energy into the soundtrack, and it really paid off, and you can tell. I really like the ending of the movie as well, how basically they trap Michael in this cage under Laurie's house, in this compound, like bunker she's built, basically leaving him to die. And then we get that little clip from Halloween Kills that was on Twitter not too long ago, where you see the fire trucks going to put out the fire, and she's screaming, "Let him burn, let him burn." I love how they kind of end that, and I'm excited to see where it goes forward in the next two films. Overall, I really enjoyed this. Like I said, I had a few problems. Mostly it was with the Dr. Sartain character. I just don't think he was needed. I really wish that Laurie Strode would have been the one to take over the Loomis role, and her being the one, like, we have to get him, we have to hunt him, here's why, and kind of have doing the Loomis stuff like Loomis did in the first one, but have her take over that role. It would have worked a lot better in my opinion, but it's a few nitpicks. But overall, I really did enjoy it. And I definitely recommend it if you're a horror fan or a fan of the Halloween franchise and have not seen this one yet. Thank you guys for watching this Halloween 2018 review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. There will be more Halloween movie reviews as the month goes on, so definitely check those out. The month will end on October 31st, of course, with reviews of Halloween 1978 and Halloween 2, the original two Halloween movies. I will also be reviewing Halloween 4, 5, and 6, and the Rob Zombie remake. They will be spread out throughout the month. Leave a like on the video, it really does help us out, and if you guys are new to the channel and you do like what you see and you want to see some more, hit that subscribe button for more, and hit the bell for notifications so you can stay up to date on everything we do here on the Geek Blend, especially during the month of October with all the videos we will be releasing, so definitely make sure you have that turned on. Links in the description below for our social media, our Discord, and links that you can use to support the channel. We have a Patreon and a Subscribe Star if you guys want to definitely check those out to help support the channel. We would really appreciate it, and you can do it for as little as $1 a month. And our Discord continues to grow every week, and the community grows and grows over there, so definitely go check that out. It's definitely a really fun community over there, and I think you guys will have a good time. That will do it for this video during the 31 days of Halloween. I'm Jeff, this is the Geek Blend, and remember, if you geek about it, we speak about it. We will see you guys in the next video. Happy Halloween!